What is up, everybody? Welcome to Barlow's Nation, where everything is possible. Right now, I just got out of school. Ow, that hurt it. Nappy hair, don't care. Anyways, just got out of school and I'm about to go inside the house. I didn't go to like any of my classes today. The reason why is because we was working on our BLS, taking the test for it. We had to do hands-on of like situations of what could happen if a person was to like pass out and stuff like that. But y'all will see I did record it. Well, most of it. I will put it in like right after this, and that's probably gonna be like the whole vlog. So if you guys don't want to see anything funny or like stuff like that, then don't watch. But I think it was pretty funny if you ask me. But anyways, I'm about to go inside the house.
With compressions.
It's okay to get a couple extra in.
Press, 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 press,
Doing
press,
pretty hard, I feel it.
press, 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 press,
I'm gonna say the guy starts waking
press,
up. Oh wow.
press,
So let's
press,
shut this.
press.
He's looking at me. We'll stop CPR. We're just gonna tell him, hey, we've got this, we've got these pads on you. You've had some kind of a cardiac event, so just try to relax. He could be confused when he's trying to get up and on, walking and all. So we want to just let him know what's happening. Okay, because a lot of times they'll be very confused and try to fight you like they're like,
You like text me and be like, okay, go, go.
this guy's his chest is right here.
Oh. Hey, sir.
We were playing basketball and he just all of a sudden started grabbing his chest. And,
Ashley. Are you
I don't want to
okay?
do this. My friend helping. Can you please help me?
Do the bath? I don't know. Ashley, help. I don't know. I call 911 too.
Okay, that's the first thing we want to do.
Okay, I had it right.
Okay. So now, remember what we say about if somebody's having chest pain?
Lay down.
Well, position of comfort. Remember, maybe fanning. Find something that
Oh,
fans.
yeah, okay, alright, okay,
Yep.
okay.
So that's fanning.
You need a wet rag, sir, to wrap your neck before you go?
So what about how bad your pain is?
Oh, yeah.
So 1 to
How
10.
bad is your pain on a scale of 1 to 10?
10. Maybe you could check his pulse. Let's see what his pulse is. How does that feel? Just check his radius.
Someone's calling 911 right now.
Yeah. And just reassuring.
Hey, it's
Do you have any medical problems?
okay. Do you know of your medical history? Is there any medical problems?
Have you eaten anything
Have
today?
you eaten anything
I don't
today?
know if his belly's full of food, right?
Wow.
So if he was unconscious. So how bad was his pain?
A 10.
10. Okay. All right. So. Uh-oh.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
what are you gonna do? Is he
911 all the
alive?
way.
Man, I think he's dead.
She's still talking to me. Actually,
So, okay. All right. So if somebody goes unresponsive in a chair, what should we do?
You lay them
You
down.
gotta lay them down. Yeah. So
Jesus.
I don't want you to hurt him, but see if y'all can move him.
Alright, come on, Ashley.
Don't drop him.
Ashley, I need your help.
I'm definitely going to bust
All right, so people are hard to move when they're dead weight, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
So here's your patient
Kaylee.
now. Here's your patient. He's unresponsive.
Okay. So we already know he's unresponsive.
Do you want?
Yep.
So there's no need to ask him. But you check his pulse.
Somebody comes back and they said, "Hey, rescue's on the way. They'll be here in 5 minutes."
Okay. No pulse. Get an AED.
Okay. Do you want somebody to go get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody go grab the AED.
Get it,
We'll
Kyle.
be back in about 2 minutes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh?
Okay. You want a bag down device? You don't want it.
Here.
Well, so we just have to have one of these.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Remember, get ready. You want to be in place and ready when she gets to 30.
29, 30.
There you go. See, she wasn't quite ready. There we go. Get her, help her out. There you go. There's good. Good chest rise. Good. Good. Okay. Now say go.
1, 2, 3, 4,
What can you
5,
check
6,
for now?
7, 8, 9,
Yep. You ready for a
11,
pulse?
12, 13, 14, 15,
Okay.
16,
Hopefully you do
19,
with
20,
compression.
21, 22, 23.
Oh, he starts vomiting.
Oh, okay.
Turn him on his side.
1, 2, 3. Turn on outside.
All right. And this guy's here if you need him. He's here to help if somebody gets tired or needs help. So
Okay.
don't, now, why are we stopping?
Oh, alright.
Yep, yep. No, you hook that up. Let them do that.
5, 6,
She-
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
And we don't want them to stop.
14,
That is just because
Turn
they
on,
use
Kylie.
it.
18, 19, 20,
Kylie, did you turn on?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30.
Push analyze.
Okay, so it's assuming it's analyzed, so everybody push that. Now, what do we tell her to do?
Stand clear. Analyzing now. Stand clear. Shock advised.
Seems like it's take forever, but we gotta let it charge up.
Stand
So what do you put? What do you say before you do that?
I'll stand clear. Don't touch.
Yeah, always make sure I'm clear. Everybody's clear. Okay.
Push analyze.
All right. So this is actually the old standards where we do 3 shots in a row.
Analyzing now.
Now it would say
Stand
resume CPR. So go ahead and start compressions. There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Now
5, 6.
we probably would have switched her out at that when we were waiting. That would have been the time to say, hey, you come over here and do the compressions. So why don't you come around? Because she's looking tired, right? So he's going to take over. He's going to help you out. So he's going to say, okay. There we go. All right, 2 breaths went in. Say go.
Go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now what could you do?
7,
Rest he's going to be pulling up right out here.
Flag them down.
Yeah, why don't we have this door open?
8, 9, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
We love
Go.
when people do that. Good. All right. All right, good job, everybody. Just try to be very anxious and then keep saying, "Oh, my baby's my baby."
What do I like run up to them and like?
Yeah. And we need help here.
Oh my god, oh I lost their head. Oh my god. My children, they fell into the pool and they can't breathe, I don't know what to do. Somebody help me.
So you got 2 unresponsive babies.
Unresponsive, that means you want to lay them down and do CPR.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Okay, all right, so let's stop there. So we had an unresponsive baby, right? And she told you that they were in the pool, so that makes me think they drowned,
We have to
right?
call the cops and
Yes,
yeah,
we want to
I'm
make sure
they're
someone's called 911, so make sure that's getting done. And then when we set them down, let's do a quick assessment. Do we have a pulse? Are they breathing? Never do that. But this is going to be where we're going to do the CPR like you did. You started doing it right, but remember, slightly hold that airway open. Hard, fast compressions. I can use my thumb, okay? And I'm doing this. How many? What's the? No, you don't have to hold it while you're doing the CPR. You can check it. Remember, remember everybody, that's the pulse we check on the baby, the brachial. If they had no pulse, and it kind of depends on how long they were in the water. I mean, were they in there a minute or were they in there 5 minutes? I mean, that's what we don't know. That's where we do our assessment. Does the baby respond to me? I mean, they look pretty lifeless to me, right? So we needed to get them on, the table and start taking care of them. And that could happen. You could be, you taking CPR, your neighbors know, they come run over you with their sick kid, and he's lifeless. So then you have to go, oh wow, I gotta help this because I know how to run CPR, right? That could happen. So anyway, CPR says show me how you do CPR on a baby, 1 person. So remember, 1 hand's gonna slightly hold the airway open. Why do we not open the airway too much? We can kink the airway on the baby. Remember, the airway is like, it's so small on them, it's like the diameter of your finger. See how big yours is? Theirs is really small. If you take theirs, it can kink it like a straw. So all we do with them, the adult we can open more. The baby is a slight open, and then we check for a pulse, no breathing, no pulse, boom, I'm doing my 30 to 2. Now you started doing this. What kind of CPR is that? You don't know? Somebody tell me what kind of CPR this is. Why do we do this? 2-person. And it's called 2 thumb and circle the chest technique. That is 2-person CPR. So if somebody's doing the airway, then I would do it this way. If I'm by myself, which y'all have both got your own baby, right? You're going to do the 30 to 2. Okay? If we're in a hospital setting, then we're going to do the 15 to 2, 2 thumb and circle the chest technique. Okay? But this is going to be, the babies is when it really gets you hyped up because, babies when they're sick and blue, that's scary. And the mom's going to be hyped out. She's going to be yelling, screaming, say my
Yeah,
baby,
for real,
baby.
you stay back there.
She's going to be really making it hard. You got to get somebody to almost take her and keep her busy so y'all can help these
So like they really hyperventilate when they're like moms.
It can be from one extreme to the other. I mean, you just never know. But moms are going to be hyped up for sure. So, how's everybody feel with that? I mean, that was a little bit harder, right? I mean, or different. I mean, they can all be hard if you're the one in the hot seat, right? But this is where we learn. We'd rather make a mistake and not know what to do here rather than in the real world out there. Okay. So remember, just do hard compressions right below that line. And we're going to do 30 to 2, right? So show me a couple rounds of that. And then remember, if your thumb or your two fingers get tired, you can use your thumb. That's okay. Use that one thumb. Or your thumb. Yeah. And I know if you don't have to breathe and give. Show me how you give your puff.
And open mouth and
Oh. Right. Okay. All right. Good. Let's say they start
These are
vomiting.
my beads.
Let's say the water's coming out of them. What do? Roll them. Got you. Hold their head lower. Right. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Next group. Who's my next group? Okay, ready?
She looked like she got What's wrong? What's wrong?
I think she's having a seizure.
Hello. Hey. Are you okay?
So what do you do for a seizure? Remember, you got to protect her head. Don't let her head hit the ground. So just kind of protect it. Yeah. Don't hold her down, but just protect her head. The seizure will probably stop in about a minute or 30 seconds. Okay, so let's say it stops now. Okay, so now what do we do with
We're
her?
gonna flip her over.
Let's roll under her back. You help her. Go ahead. Help her. So now we open her airway. Head tilt, chin left. Remember? Because most of the time when people they come out of a seizure, they're very hypoxic. So they weren't breathing during the seizure. So they want to breathe better. So show me your head tilt, chin left on her. There you go. Good. Breathe better? Yeah. So just doing that, let's check her pulse. And she's going to probably start waking up, and she's going to be confused. So when she starts waking up, we're just going to talk to her and say, hey, just relax. You just had a seizure. Now this would be like, hey, does she have a history of seizures? Does anybody know this girl? Anybody know her?
No, she's a stranger.
Okay. Look for a bracelet or a necklace that might be at an alert. Allergies.
Don't
seizures.
diabetic people wear
They
normally
should.
bracelets
They should,
or like
yeah.
anklets?
It was her first.
Now, if it's the first one, then what can cause seizures? A lot of things. But
Flashing
we want
light.
to try to figure out, what was she doing? Does anybody see this? Is there anybody here that can tell us what happened?
She just left out the club. The lights were flashing too much.
Okay. So if you had a way to check her blood pressure, that'd be a good thing to do. If you had oxygen, that'd be good to give her oxygen if you had that available. Okay? So I just want to make sure she didn't hurt her head. If anything with him, I had a guy that had a seizure, nobody was there, and his whole face was just skinned up from him lying on the concrete. If somebody could have just been there to protect that, it would have been, he would have been probably been okay. And he had a history of it. So maybe she forgot to take her meds. Okay. All right, good. Thank you. Starts breathing. And I'm just going to maintain this. Does he have a pulse? If not, start compressions. Okay?
Well, sometimes like when people get in like she passed out when she broke her leg.
Y'all were driving down the road, you pull up on a wreck, and you find a guy on the side of the road laying face down the dirt. The car looked like it flipped like 3 times.
So we check scene safe.
Okay, scene looks to be safe. There's no power lines down. It's daylight. And somebody had stopped also, and they just called rescue. Rescue's on the way, but it's going to be about 15 minutes. There's your patient.
I don't know. Make sure. Are you okay?
No response.
Okay, how you feeling?
Okay. I feel a real weak pulse, but there doesn't appear to be any breathing.
Okay, so we just gotta.
Now you have to be super careful in this situation about being in CPR in case there's anything.
Well, the heart's not beating. Nothing oversees CPR. If he had open heart surgery, staples down his chest, if his heart's not beating, we got to do compressions. If you don't do it, he's going to die. So I know that's kind of a, even if you, on elderly people, we're going to hear ribs cracking and stuff. But at that point, we got to, can't hurt somebody that's already dead. If the heart's not beating, they're dead. I know it's, so let's say he could have some fractured ribs. He could have all kinds of trauma and stuff, but we got to try to circulate blood to the brain. So, and I would say if it's a weak pulse and he's not breathing, at that point, we probably should help it by doing compressions.
Do you have a mask or?
You can still be doing compressions, G. You can still do compressions.
So this might be the time to try. So she's going to do it in the lateral position, right? So let's see how that goes. So you remember you want to open his airway. Okay. So now come up into the cephalic position. Now if he vomits, we can roll him away from her and, yep. And what kind of vomit would he maybe have?
Blood.
Blood. Probably blood, because he's been in a bad accident. He's probably got internal injuries. Now vomit might start coming out like blood. So on that, so show me, let's say he starts vomiting blood, what would you do? Good thing you had the mask, right? So you set the mask down, grab his head, 1, 2, 3, we're gonna roll him. Okay? Then we roll him back, after it's all come out. Well, until all drains out, all the fluids drain out. And we roll him back, now we start right back to compressions. Now if you're tired, you can switch, yep, there we go. The only thing is you gotta
Yep, there's a good one.
So now let's see how, yeah, so go ahead and open his airway, and you can kind of get back a little bit, so you'll be able to do it better. Now I would probably make sure she's not pushing too low. See, you were right on the xylophone, so we gotta look for stuff like that, you know, correct them if they're wrong, okay? A little harder. Keep going, you're going fast, yeah, all the way to 30. Say go. You say go? Go. So we're just going to keep that going. Bam, bam. Okay, good. So now we're just doing this until rescue gets here, right? When somebody goes in a cardiac arrest from trauma, that's usually bad. Usually we don't get them back, unfortunately, because they bled probably out internally. We still try, but hey, this is my friend. You know, he's an addict, and I just found him here in the room, and he's been doing a lot of heroin, and I don't think he's breathing. Okay. All right. I got this Narcan too. Do y'all know how to use it? We'll talk about that. Okay, go ahead.
Are you overdose? Are you okay?
Okay, so there's no response.
No response.
So you have a pulse, but it's weak. Now he's kind of foaming out of the mouth. Do you have a mask? So let's get into the one-way valve.
Don't drop it.
Okay, he's got a pulse. It's weak, but he's got a pulse. So do you think he needs compressions?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So what could she check while she's doing compressions?
Pulse.
Yeah, hopefully we get a good pulse with CPR. So what I would do, now she stops, keep checking the pulse. Let's say it feels nice and strong now. So what would that make you think?
He's good.
Well, he's got a good pulse, but let's say he's still not breathing. So what do we do for him? Okay, how often?
Every 6 hours.
Okay, so show me that.
Is it 1 breath or 2?
One breath. One breath every 5 to 6 seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then basically we're just monitoring. Okay? So that could be the situation, you know, if you got to him quick enough, his heart's still going to be going, but if you're not breathing, the heart's only going to go so long. Now when I asked about Narcan, that help, my wife, she's our baby.
You're right.
What's wrong with your baby? What happened?
He's been hot and he's like, he just seized and he's been sick.
He's been coughing and he's had a fever for a couple days and he had a seizure and turned blue.
Yeah.
It just stopped.
Did you take him to the doctor before?
I'm not feeling good.
Catch her.
Brittany, play dead, son.
Y'all give him my child.
You're supposed to be on somebody take care of the baby and somebody take care of her. Y'all gotta split it up now.
Nate, you gonna have the baby, bro. I think she passed out.
Okay, pass out. I'm passed out.
You gotta hold the baby.
Okay, so let's take care of you. Just hold him for a second.
I gotta hold him.
Oh, you
Support his
start
neck.
choking, I gotta go.
He's still breathing.
Get it out. Let's go. I don't want to joke.
Yeah, don't choke on it, please.
Father Nate.
Hold on to it, okay? Check for
Alright, got a good pulse. She's breathing. So let's say she got real pale and sweaty. What can we do with her feet?
God, look
And
legs.
then
You
All
said
right.
now you can share.
Yeah, let's hold it. Yep. There we go. So now, let's say her pulse is getting better, her color's getting better, so we got her in the shock position, right?
Yeah.
She was so upset with her baby, she passed out. That can happen. All right. So we got now she's starting to wake up, so we're just gonna stay with her. Hey, just relax. Now, what do we do for the hot baby?
You need to cool them off.
You like Phantom?
Okay, how do we want to cool them off? Cleaning. What else?
A wet paper towel.
Wet rag.
Yeah. Remember, a female baby, 105 temperature, they'll seize.
Did anybody call 911?
We don't want to put them in the water.
Oh my god. No one called 911.
Alright guys, so it is about that time. So remember, if you enjoyed your boys' content, hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more, subscribe. And at the end of the day, just smile, be happy, and watch Rick and Barlow Vlogs. Peace.